locked in. This is Gavin's F1 show, and it starts now. Starting up the stream, feel the tension in the zone. Helmet on, countdowns close, Gavin's in the throne. Every week we light it up, turbo minds ignite. With the Revolt crew ready, it's gonna be a fight. Tactics, pace, that radio sound. Late breaks coming through in turn one now. One shot, one race, one dream to chase. It's Gavin at the wheel, stop the broadcasting. Lights out, let's go, Gavin's F1 show. Revolt racing, hearts beating fast, you know. From pole to podium, strategy flow. It's speed, it's thrill, and it's about to blow. Let the world know it's Gavin's F1 show. Revolt League legends on the go. Passion in the pit lane, stories unfold. One more lap, this moment's gold.
Telemetry's live, chats fired up tight. Fans in the feed say the vibe's just right. Drama replays, team calls at play. When Revolt race, it's not just a game. Every sector counts, every second's real. Gavin breaks it down, every pass, every feel. It's more than a show, it's a league, it's a fire.
Revolt's on the grid and we're climbing higher. Lights out, let's go, Gavin's F1 show. Revolt racing, hearts beating fast, you know. From pole to podium, strategy flow. It's speed, it's thrill, and it's about to blow. Let the world know it's Gavin's F1 show. Engines roar and legends grow. Strap inside, it's time to roll. This is the league and it's out of control. F1 isn't just a sport, it's a story, it's Revolt. It's Gavin, and it starts now.
The night, no name, no track, no end in sight. Whispers swirl through the paddock air. The grid is set, but who plays fair? Tires cold, hearts run hot. The laboratory says what strategy forgot. Top fives are hard to know in face. Welcome to the mystery race. No map, no warning, no guarantee. Just speed and shadow and legacy. One chance, one shot, one place. Lights out, we're flying blind, burning fuel, chasing time. Where the rules fade into smoke, every turn's a master stroke. This is war beyond the wheel, steel and nerve, no time to feel. Revolt roars in this unknown space. We live and die in the mystery race. Mystery race. Corners hidden like a lie. One wrong move and kiss the sky. Rumors say there's more at stake. A ghost lap no one yet could fake. Pit lane the silence of the mystery race. The Revolt Racing League sure has a mysterious side tonight.
The track. Yeah, boy. We're actually going to walk across the track. That's cool.
Well, good evening, everybody. Just making sure I am definitely online. Gonna just check the mic. Yeah, it's coming through. It is Wednesday night. I'm Gavin Bass 1. I've got lots of viewers already. Hey to Mr. Harry from Finland. Hey to Azzy. Hey to Lollipop. And hey to Jordan. Whoa, Jordan, what about ya? It's Gavin Bass 1 here. It's Revolt Racing League, and it's the mystery race tonight that was drawn about half an hour ago, and we are in Bahrain. No qualifications tonight. It's just a bit of a set grid. Not too sure if it's reverse grid or what exactly it is. But what we do know is it's Bahrain, and this was a sneaky little plan by the admins and the owners of the league, and they have just pounced this on the drivers. So they didn't have an awful lot of time to practice, and it's evening time, it's late, it's dark, we're under the spotlights, and everybody is frantically looking up for their setups for Bahrain, checking their fuel, getting their wings set, getting their tire pressures right, and they will be ready to roll very shortly, and they'll be going out on their normal formation lap. So, welcome everybody this evening, and especially those super fans that I seem to be gaining, and that's Jordan and Mary and Brody And lots of the people are always interacting with me on Twitch, and it's really, really good to have you all along. Reverse championship grid with the reverses at the reserves at the back. Good evening, Gav. What about you, sir? Be Woody. Oh, good evening, B Woody. It's Brody herself. And it's Hey Gavin from Jordan. Hello, hello, hello. It is really, really good to have you all along, cheering your partners, boyfriends, everybody along. And I just am delighted that this is becoming a show that everybody is really enjoying. I must admit that Revolt Racing League is by far my favourite league for streaming on. I just seem to get an awful lot of really positive vibes from the guys in the league. And I have so many people that watch the Twitch now, and they all really seem to enjoy it. And I just want to say I really, really, really appreciate it very, very much. And this should be an absolute banger of a race tonight. Can Kelly Kidd go for another win? Can any of these lads knock this guy off the front? Who's going to win the Diamond 18 karat gold £1.6 million worth of trophy? Yeah, 1.6 million. Just get it melted down and get it into the bank, folks. Nobody wants that trophy on their mantelpiece. They just want the money in the bank, so get her melted down. Jordan says hi, and Brody says hi. So everybody is absolutely in good form tonight, and they will be cheering these lads on as they go out on their formation lap tonight. And that gives me a chance to get the telemetry up and the track map, and I will go down every single driver with you tonight and give you a bit of an idea of who they are and what they're driving. So starting with little Aaron in the Red Bull tonight. Then we have a super legend on board with us tonight, and it's Matty. He is piloting the Mercedes tonight. Then on the McLaren in third place, we have Sheepers 90. Hey, you Sheepers, good to have you here. In the Ferrari, we have Gaz C7. Behind him, we've got Sneaky Loser in the Mercedes. Then we have Leon, aka Basic Beetle 7354. Good evening, Leon. Good to have you on board. Behind him in the Alpine, we have Ribs AVFC, Aston Villa man. And behind him in the Aston Martin, we've got Ribs AVFC. We've got Mr. Twist. Ribs doesn't support Aston Villa, I don't think. But in the Racing Bull, we have Ken Boy, and Mischief is in the Williams. Jackal's in the Williams. Low Pro is in the Racing Bull this evening. Mazamak and Black Box both driving the Haas cars this evening. Go Bucks and Kelly Kidd right back there in 15th and 16th place in those kick salvas tonight. And a newcomer to the league, and very welcome he is Unicorn. He's driving the Alpine tonight. And Spanner Ape in the 18th position in the Red Bull. And last but not least, our one and only Fake Scouser in the Aston Martin. So that's the lineup for this evening. That's what we have. Here comes the tyre details. A lot of guys are going out on those soft tyres. I can tell you they will not last very long. Most of the guys have gone for medium tyres, and only 3 of the drivers this evening have picked the hard compound tyre, and that's Basic Beetle, Black Box and Fake Scouser. So they are banking on hopefully not a safety car, and they want to get a long stint in first. So there you've got it, and we're on with the leaders now. Matty, Mr. Twist and Go Bucks made a bit of a boo-boo there and didn't happen to be able to park their car correctly. Oh my God. Rookie mistakes all round. Here we are, starting grid in Bahrain. This is Revolt Racing League, and this was the mystery race this evening, and the lights are going to red, and we've got a race start this evening, and off they go. It seems to be a bit of a delayed start for some people. Was there that silly glitch that we had? Oh yeah, there's a big accident at the back there. I'm just wondering, has there been ads at the wrong time? Sorry about that, Harry. I cannot control that. I don't even know how to turn them off. Black Box gets a 10-second penalty, and we've got a caution already. Now, if anybody's listening to the stream, I was doing commentary the other night and also racing the other night, and there seems to be a terrible glitch with the lights, and some people see them and some people don't. I don't know if that has happened. If it has, I would say there may have to be a restart to this race, and that's down to the owners and the admins. So you guys, if you've had that glitch, you would need to get right on the Discord and you would need to let everybody know that you had a glitch. And unfortunately, they might just have to start the race again. Sniper just popped in to say, ah ha ha, what about you, Mad Markness? Good to see you, sir. Hi before you start to stream with the over 28s tonight. Have a good one, bud. Have a great one. Enjoy your stream. And I don't know if you're playing golf later, but I should be about after this race for a few holes if you there. I think these guys have had the glitch. I'm just not too sure what the hell happened at the start, Harry. If you're listening to me, I just do not know if they've had the glitch or not. Some guys the other night when I was racing myself did see the lights. Others said the lights didn't appear. I don't know. I would say there's a few guys at bed early, bud. No problem at all. Fully understand it. Have a good night, good sleep, and I'll catch up with you soon. So I don't know what has happened. If it's a glitch, as I say, they might, yeah, they're migrating. Okay, so we have got a migrating host, and it looks like it's going to be a race restart. Let me just bounce on the Discord and see what they're saying in that Discord. Yeah, they're restarting the race. I'm really, really sorry for that. I do understand what has happened. The game, since the last update, has had so many glitches. I've seen so many people actually saying that the game is broken, and hopefully they can have a restart. It might be a good idea not to have the formation lap and see if they can just get straight into the race. So everything you've watched up to now is null and void, and they're going to have a race start ASAP. So I'm just going to leave the game here, and but I'll keep the stream running. And if anybody has any comments or anything they want me to shout out, they are more than welcome to do so. So there you have it. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab myself a cup of coffee while the lads reform the grid and get everybody back into the lobby. I'm sure they're stressed out because it is a lot of work they have to do behind the scenes to get the lobby back up and running again. And it's just awful when this sort of thing happens.
I know this isn't running in a jurisdiction, but would you consider letting her go if I can get her leadership fine?
This would mean a lot to your friend, huh?
Please,
Casino doesn't want to see him. So if you can get their money back, we're good.
yeah.
I got an invite to the game there, but it didn't come through. So if anybody can just invite me, I would very much appreciate it.
I know who you are, Archie. I was teasing. I saw you come in with my daughter. You know she talks about you all the time. And now I can see why. It's like I'm talking to Carrie Graham.
Or anyway, you could turn it down ever so slightly.
Thank you. Miss Joyce, I think there's been a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding about what, dear?
Why you locked in this car?
I am glad you brought that up. Honestly, Not so hot. For a supposed grand prize? Well, what do you expect?
So it's just a waiting game. I'm just waiting for that invite. If somebody could send me an invite, I'd appreciate that so I can get in and get ready.
Honey, I don't know if you've noticed, but we are surrounded by a war party.
Calm down a little bit, okay? Mrs. Joyce, take a breath.
Aren't you sad to think of going to in jail if you do not give them back their money? Their money? No, these are my chips, fair and square, and no one, not you or a big cheap casino or a deputy dreamboat here.
That's me back in anyway, so that's good. So we'll just leave that on live stream there, if it's working. That is, I think it is. If anybody's just watching the stream, could you just be kind enough to send a quick message on Twitch to let me know that it's still coming through okay? Because you know this old place down here has a shitty old network. So I think it is okay. I think I can hear myself. Yeah, seems to be coming through okay. So I'll take this opportunity just to grab myself a little drink, and I'll be back very, very shortly. And unfortunately, we've just had that old start glitch, and we'll ready up in a few seconds. Thanks, Mad Mark. Have a brilliant night, and hope the over 28s have a good clean race and something that you can really enjoy the commentary on tonight. Looking forward to getting a chat with you soon, and hopefully I will be able to get you that intro sorted for the over 28s. Just find it difficult getting a suitable song that will match the graphics, but we'll get it sorted out ASAP, and I'll catch up with you soon. It's looking okay. Thanks, Brody. Thanks for that, but thank you indeed. And I'll be back very, very soon. So if anybody is getting pestered by ads, I think there's 30 seconds of ads that come on every hour. There are two ways to sort that out. One of them's not really that nice, but the best way to do it is to subscribe to my channel. If you actually subscribe, you will get a button to say subscribe through Amazon Prime. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, they will actually pay your subscription. Failing that, if you want rid of the ads, hey Coops, it is the other way is just to subscribe with your own money, but I certainly don't expect you to do that. Sometimes the ads come on in really exciting places, but I can't control that. I don't even know how to turn them off. If I could, I would. So if anybody knows how to turn the ads off on Twitch, I would be very, very greatly appreciated. But if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe through them, and it'll cost you absolutely nothing. And that in turn will get rid of the ads. So looks like everybody's readying up again. They will have reset the grid. and I just need to get myself reset for this Bahrain track this evening. I have some facts and figures for Bahrain tonight. Yeah, it's a shocker indeed. Absolutely horrid. It seems to be something that has happened since the last update. So there's a says here on the facts and figures that I have is there seems to be a 50% chance of a safety car this evening. The pit stop loss time is about 22.9 seconds, and the virtual safety car probability is about 50%. Now, seeing we're having a 50% race, you could probably half that. So there still is a fair chance of this track having a safety car this evening. So it just depends on the drivers. Just remember, drivers, you don't win the race on the first corner. So basically, you have to just be patient and get round that first corner and get the first few turns nice and steadily, and just get your position in the track and then start your race once you get round those corners. So please, please, please don't try any dive bombs up into turn 1 and turn 2. It'll end up in a broken wing, and you will end up getting some sort of a penalty or a warning from the stewards of the league. So I would advise you just to settle down, take a nice line into that first corner, keep your awareness up as far as you possibly can to who is left and right of you, and then at that stage then get your foot down and start making your moves. Plenty of DRS zones here this evening. You've one just after turn 1. You have another after the U-bend at the back end of the track, and then of course you've got that famous one, send it into turn 1, Coop says. Yeah, Coops, I know it's very, very tempting to do it, but if you're going to do it, you need to be very sure who's round you, or it will end up in havoc. I can tell you, this track is really renowned for a disaster at turn 1. I don't know whether it was the glitch that freaked a lot of the guys out there, but there was a lot of bashing going on there at the back of the grid. Don't know who it was, but I did see cars going into the wall in the start of that first session. So hopefully they can get it nice and clean into turn 1 this evening, and we can have a nice clean race here in Bahrain. A lot of people don't like this track. I love it personally. It's not a difficult track. It's a fast track, and it's one that if you get your corners absolutely bang on in the right gear, you can gain an awful lot of time round these corners if you drive very, very precisely. So let's see what the guys have got for us this evening, and they'll just be getting the last minute setups in, and I hope the guys remember to yeah, Coops, I love it too. I don't know why the lads don't love it. I just love the track. So here we go. It looks like we've got a formation lap once again. So there we go. And off they go. It's little Aaron in that Red Bull. It's Matty in the Mercedes. Gaz in the Ferrari. Sneaky loser in the Mercedes this evening. Basic Beetle, a.k.a. Leon, is in the Ferrari. Behind him in 6th place is Ribs. Mr. Twist driving the Aston Martin this evening. He's in 7th. Ken Boy, he is in 8th place this evening. And Coop says Sneaky for the win. That would be lovely to see, I must say. It would be lovely. Kelly Kid's not going to get his own way tonight. He's sitting in 15th place in the grid. 8 people watching. Thank you very, very much for tuning in to this race this evening. If you have anything you want me to shout out for you, shout it out, and I will definitely get those messages sent out. Mischief is in 9th in the Williams, and his teammate Jekyll right behind him in 10th place, and he's on board the Williams too. Then you've got Low Pro in the Racing Bull, Mazamak in the Haas, and his teammate in 13th right behind him, Black Box. Then the 2 Kexabas of Go Box and Kelly Kid, 14th and 15th, and Unicorn. He is the new driver this evening, and we'll all be keeping a real good eye on Unicorn, see how he does in his opening race of this new league for him. He's in the McLaren, and in the Red Bull behind him, we've got Spanner Ape in 17th, Sheepers in 18th, and Fake Scouser, last but not least, in number 19 in the Aston Martin this evening. So that's the grid, and those are your drivers. The telemetry is now enabled. The track map is up, and we are now getting ready for the restart of this race, and let's just hope we don't get any glitches this evening. So there you have it. Let's see if everybody can park on the line. They're all doing their driving test this evening. Let's see who fails their driving test. Does anybody fail it this evening? So far, so good. Nobody's messed up. They've all taken a lot of time. It looks like every single person on the grid this evening has nailed it. So that's a really good start. That's positive. And here we go. 3 red, 4, 5 red, and it's go in Bahrain for Revolt Racing League, and off they go, and it looks like it has worked perfectly this time, and the Red Bull of Little Aaron seems to have got a really, really good start here. And let's just see them round this corner. Is there any touchy-feelies? That McLaren and that Haas, oh, there's a bit of a pile up here. Oh my goodness, there's definitely a pile up, and they've all got going again, but I'm not too sure if anybody got any damage. But there's an end plate away. There's an Alpine there off ribs, and he looks like he's running with no end plate. So yes, there has been a bit of a touchy-feely at the beginning of this race, and that gives Aaron a really, really good chance to get away. But look, it looks like we've got a caution in the first 2 turns. I did say, guys, you've got to really, really be careful around that first corner. But I do think, Ribs sent it. That's coming from Coops, not from me. So I'm not too sure if this is a full safety car or a virtual safety car, but we're going to see some people going into the pits, I would say. Let's just see who's going to do that. Going down them one by one, checking to see, is there wing damage in that Williams? Yep, that Williams has got a right end plate missing, and that's Jackal. That's unfortunate for Jackal. He's going to have to jump into the pits. Looks like the Ferrari also has a wing damage. Oh my goodness, there seems to be a fair bit of damage with these guys. I'm just looking very, very closely. Yep, that Ferrari definitely has wing damage, and he's wanting to go into the pits, I would say. No, he's not going to go in. Oh, I wouldn't like to be going around Bahrain with a wing off. I definitely wouldn't, because you will lose so much traction. I don't know how there's so much damage, but there was a lot of touching going on, Jordan. I don't know what happened, but it looks like they're back to full race speed now. But those guys that are carrying damage are definitely, most definitely, going to have to pit. So they're maybe just going to wait and get in there. But if it had been me, I'd have got in while that caution was there. There's another car with damage. That's Ribs, yeah, he's definitely damaged as well. Mischief's off the track at the moment for some reason. And Mischief is also carrying right-hand wing damage as well. He's lost the end plate in that Williams, and he is definitely going to have to pit as well. Let's have a look at Scouser. He seems to be okay, and Mazamak, he seems to be okay, but trailing right behind as Little Aaron then continues on in first place. Unicorn has got himself a decent start there, and he's in third in the McLaren, and that's a great start for the newcomer in this league tonight. Go ahead, Unicorn, you just keep her lit and keep her clean, and you should have a really good race this evening, sir. On with Mr. Twist. He's trying to make a move in the inside. He makes it work, and he takes Sneaky Loser and puts that Aston Martin into fourth position. Jackal, he's in sixth place, and he's also trying to make a move. and he's made it very, very nicely, and he's just taken that right-hander, and he has just got rid of a Sneaky Loser, putting him up into 5th place. So a lot of moves going on here now, and it's now starting to settle down. Let's have a look at the penalties, if there are any. No penalties so far, but we have got 4 stops. Black Box, Scouser, Basic Beetle and Mazamak all have been in the pits this evening. And there you have your tyres. They are mostly all on medium. Sheepers and Spanner on the red softs compound, and Go Bucks, Scouser and Mazamak are now on hard compound tyres. 2 laps in of 29 here in Bahrain. So Little Aaron has got off the flyer. He's now 2.2 seconds ahead of Unicorn, who's now in 2nd place. Ken Boys in 3rd in the Racing Bull. Mr. Twist in the Aston Martin sits in 4th position, and Sneaky Loser and Jackal is just in front of him in 5th with Sneaky behind him. Go Bucks, the 2 kicks, 7th and 8th. 9th place is Low Pro, and Sheepers is in 10th at the moment. Any position changes we will have a look at as well. There you have the position changes. Massive one for Unicorn. Unicorn has got himself up 14 positions in 1 or 4 laps. That is amazing start for Unicorn. And lots of different people have made moves there. Ken Boys up 5, Jackal's up 6, and Go Bucks and Kelly Kid are up 7. Sheepers is up 8. The biggest losers this evening are Matty down 10, and the Basic Beetle, Leon, he is down 13 positions at the minute. But again, he has had a stop. There's a McLaren that's just slidden off there. That's Sheepers, and I think he took out somebody with him there, or nearly did. So another mistake and another difficult part of this track, catching people out.
That's right. I guess
So let's just jump back up to that race leader again, and Little Aaron has been wound in slightly, and Unicorn has now got him back down. Unicorn's now 1.6 seconds behind Little Aaron, so he's chasing him down. Ken Boys right behind him in that Racing Bull, and right behind them then they have a fairly hot race going on between these 4 or 5 cars, with the 2 kicked Salbas, with Kelly Kid and Go Bucks right in there. So they are really going strong at the moment. We are all being very touchy-feely tonight, haha, Jordan. Yeah, we definitely are. They are definitely having a bit of a mare. But it'll settle down and they'll get into the race pace now, and let's just see how they go. It's a long race, 5 laps of 29, and we have got a lot of little battles going on here at the minute. So Unicorn has now got himself into 2nd position, and he is now behind Little Aaron. And we'll ride on board with him and just see how he goes, taking round that left-hander, driving the McLaren this evening. And he definitely seems to have pace this evening, and he is winding this Red Bull of Little Aaron in quite quickly. So I'm expecting him to move fairly quickly into 1st position after this next right-hand corner on the DRS straight at the pits. So let's just see if he can make this move. He gets really close to the gearbox of that Oracle Red Bull, and he's going to press that DRS button. He's going to squeeze the ERS button, and he's going to make the pass on the inside. He's going to definitely take the car, and he's just going to leave that Red Bull behind. And now we've got a new race leader this evening in Bahrain, and we've got Unicorn, our newcomer to the league, right up there in 1st place. 15 positions he's gained. What a good start. 10-second penalty for Black Box. Don't know what he got that for, but it was most likely speeding in the pit lane, and that's unfortunate for Black Box. That just could spoil the race completely for him. But Little Aaron is not letting Unicorn away. He is chasing, and he is in the DRS zone still. So I'm fully expecting little Aaron to make that back. He needs to get on the brakes nice and late here. Takes this left-hander beautifully, and on he goes. He'll squeeze that DRS. He'll gain position on the McLaren, and then he'll go down the back straight. I don't think he'll catch him there, but he should be in decent position to take that #1 spot back off the McLaren of Unicorn. So good race going on here, and I'm just going to jump. Look at Kelly Kid. He's banged up into 5th place already, and he's only 4. He's just absolutely banging on the door of Mr. Twist in this Aston Martin, and Kelly Kid will be in 4th position, and very, very shortly he is going to take that Aston Martin of Mr. Twist out. So just riding on board, Kelly. There's the move they expected. There's the Aston Martin behind him, and he then takes this right-hander, and he is now on a mission to chase down Ken Boy, who's in 3rd position at the moment, but he is 3 seconds behind little Aaron, and there's a lot going on. Just let's have a look at those cars again, and let's just see what the strategies are. Yeah, all those lads in the top 6 are all running mediums, with GoBucks in a really good position there in 7th on the hard tyres. Yeah, a lot going on and a lot to keep an eye on, and I'll try my very best to keep an eye on it all. But Kelly Kid is on a roll here. He's going to wheel these guys in, and he's going to find himself in contention very, very shortly. But Aaron is doing everything he can to try and get back into the DRS zone of Unicorn. But right now he's struggling, and he just needs to get some pace around these next couple of corners and get it in underneath that 1 second zone so that he can start to make a move. But Aaron is struggling, and the Unicorn seems to be pulling time on each corner. This could be a difficult task for little Aaron to pull off. Mr. Twist has been taken by Kelly Kid. Kelly Kid now gets that 4th position, and Kelly Kid is now on an absolute rampage to try and get himself up into podium positions here at Bahrain. This is Revolt Racing League. I'm Gavin Bass 1, and this is Bahrain, and this is an absolute banger so far. Just going to jump on the low pro here, and he is in the kick, and he is now trying to make moves, and I'm just keeping an eye on everybody around this corner to make sure they are all forming an orderly queue and not banging each other up. But it all looks pretty good now, and there's a right old race going on here for this 7th position and 6th position that Sneaky holds. Mr. Twist is in the leading of this Kelly Kid, but he has all of these guys behind him now, and they're all really trying hard to stay in the DRS zone, to stay on pace with these front runners. You can see there Kelly Kid has got 75% of battery left, so he's in a very, very good position in terms of extra power whenever he does catch that racing bull of Ken Boy, and I dare say it's only a matter of time before he winds that 2.7 seconds in. Everybody else will want to stay right behind Kelly Kid and keep themselves in contention. Fall out of that 1 second zone, I think they're going to be in terrible trouble. That 2.7 seconds has now come 2.5 seconds, and Kelly Kid is definitely gaining, and he is running a very, very patient race up to now. Back onto the penalty situation, it looks like GoBucks has got that 3 second and Black Box has got a 10 second penalty there. He either has to serve that or it'll be added onto his time at the end of the race. If he pits, I dare say they will stall him for 10 seconds and get that removed. Quite a bit of separation going on now, but let's go on with Leon. Leon is trying to fight back up there, and he is in a 16th position at the minute, but he's finding himself. Let's see, where did he go? He's in 14th. and he's driving the Ferrari, but he's got that that McLaren of Shapers right in behind him, and that's another separate little race going on between him, Fake Scouser, and Shapers. So just going to ride on board with Shapers here to see if he can make the move on this Ferrari. He doesn't want to be doing it round these corners, that's for sure. Up this slight hill, and then they need to brake really hard here to get round this left-hander. This can be a difficult one, and you can run wide, but both those drivers take that corner perfectly. The McLaren now hits the DRS zone. Will he use it here, or will he wait for the start and finish grid? He's doing what I would have done. He's going to wait, and he's going to, because if he does it right now, all he's going to do is he's going to set Basic Beetle up to be able to take him back on the straight. So I'm going to stay on board with these two and see if that McLaren can make a move on the Ferrari. Here they come. Definitely not a good place to do it there, because you're only going to get payback on the straight. So this is where he needs to make it. So let's see if he can do it. 26% the battery, DRS zone activated, and round he goes, and he takes that Ferrari well wide and leaves the Ferrari behind, and that McLaren of Shapers now moves up into 13th position, and he is now going to try and track Dr. Jackal down. A lot of guys have made a stop already, but just have a look at Matty. Matty's up there in 5th place. He's a wee bit out on his own, but he has a lot of clear air, and he doesn't have any distractions around him. So Matty just needs to put in a lot of solid laps now, keep his concentration, and he is going to try and hold on to that 5th position. But just remember, Matty, Gaz, Go Bucks, Ken Boy, Little Aaron and Mischief all have still to make a stop. Riding on board with Mischief, and he's got a bit of a crowd behind him. He's got Kelly Kid coming up on him. He's got Mr. Twist behind him. He's got Sneaky not too far behind there as well. So let's just see if this Kelly Kid can make a move here. Fully expected. Round he goes. Gets the pass done, and off goes Kelly Kid up into 5th. What's Mischief got to say about that? Let's bounce on and see if he's got any defence. Mischief's just been taken by Mr. Twist as well, so the Aston Martin, that DRS zone really cost Mischief dearly there, and he gets himself back in the 6th position. But Mischief is a heck of a good driver, and I fully expect him to take those positions back. On with Ken Boy. Ken Boy's driving this Racing Bull. I love the livery of this car. He's now hitting the DRS zone. He has activated it, but he's not using any battery, so he's saving it all up, and he wants to make this move on the start-finish line. I would say no point in doing it now. All you'll do is waste your battery, and again, what you'll do is just set that Williams up to take you back. So he's doing exactly what he should do, and he's going to try and get right on to the tail of this Williams of Mischiefs, and he wants to try and take that 6th position. Has he got the power to do it? It's a long straight. He should be able to make the move. He's going to try it on the outside, is he? Let's have a look. It's a bit of a dive, and he's made it work. The Williams is still on the outside. So, yep, the Racing Bull makes that move, and Ken Boy gets himself up into 6th position. Mischief just seems to be struggling a wee bit for pace, and Sneaky Loser is now trying to take that position off him. So I'm just going to stay on board with Sneaky and see what he can do. Jackal's now going really, really well, and he's in 9th position, and he's now very close to being on the DRS zone here as well. Nice bit of wide avoidance there, and off goes Loser, and he is now taking the position of Mischief. And I just have got the feeling that Mischief has the wrong setup in that car. He just doesn't seem to have the pace. I hope he got the setup in and didn't forget to put the setup in because of the restart. That is so easy to do, and then what you have to do is just race with one of the default settings, and they are ridiculously bad and no good for this type of league racing tonight. So I'm keeping those stops up for a purpose at the moment, just to see there's only 2 people on track at the moment that haven't made a stop, and that's GoBucks. And it looks like one of them has just jumped in. So GoBucks is the only buddy. I think he may be jumping in soon. Let's just see. I'll jump on here and see what's happening. He's still out. He's got quite a nice little lead. So, you know, if he jumps into the pits soon, he might find himself back out there in around about 7th or 8th position if he's lucky. Although everybody else is fairly close. But there is a gap between Mr. Twist and Ken Boy, and that should help him on his pit stop. Unicorn's sitting nicely with a stop made, and he's sitting in 2nd position at the moment in the McLaren. Then we've got these 3 battling it out. Kelly Kidd's in 4th. He's now eyeing up Mr. Aaron, or Little Aaron, in the Oracle Red Bull this evening. And I think this is going to be a difficult one for Aaron to hold off. And we'll just keep a wee eye on it. But look at Kelly Kidd. He has Mr. Twist right on his tail. And Mr. Twist is not letting Kelly Kidd away without a fight. And this is lovely. I'm really glad to see Mr. Twist right up there this evening. Good driver, good steady driver, and deserves a wee bit of luck this evening. Kelly Kidd's trying to make the move. He makes the move. He takes it in the inside, and he now firmly gets that 3rd position on track. He's had a stop, so he is in a very safe position at the moment. But just look at that Little Aaron. Little Aaron's not letting him go without a fight. Hits the DRS zone, and will he dive up the inside again? No, he thinks better off it. So he's going to just save it all up, and he's going to make that move on the start-finish grid again. It seems to be that's the best place to make the moves, or you're only going to compromise your own position. Just stay on board here to see what happens. This is a good wee race going on here. Somebody I haven't been on with tonight is Gaz, and Gaz is driving the Ferrari, and he's driving a good race as well. And he's eyeing up Jackal in 8th position here at the moment. He's got himself right back in the DRS zones now, and Gaz should be in a position to make a move soon. So there's Jackal. Good evening, Ben. From what I've seen, been in sunny Cornwall today. Oh, buddy, thank you very much for tuning in and making the effort to say hello. Really appreciate it. Hope you're having a great break and a stress-free break away from that league, and enjoying a few beers down in the lovely Cornwall area. Have you been to Pulpero yet? Have you bought that pint? Have you enjoyed that pint? I just love that part of the world. Lou and Pulpero, beautiful little places. So, Unicorn's leading the race this evening, and he is 2.3 seconds ahead of GoBucks. And GoBucks is really, really going well here at the moment. And GoBucks is trying his best to reel that 2.8 second gap in. Kelly Kidd is in third position. He's trying to wind in quite a lead there as well, and he will take his time. Mr. Twist, he's in fourth position in the Aston, but he's got Little Aaron still fighting hard behind in the Red Bull. Behind that, we've got Ken Boy in the Racing Bull, and behind him we've got Sneaky Loser, who's not too far off his tail. Jackal is now well up there, and he's now in 8th position in the Williams, and he isn't too far off the tail of Sneaky. Gaz is in the Ferrari, and there's a right little battle going on here. He's got Low Pro and Sheepers right behind him in that McLaren, and Low Pro's in the Racing Bull. So there's Matty in 12th in the Mercedes, still very much out on his own, but he is making a bit of progress. Behind him, quite a bit behind, is Fake Scouser. Mazza Max behind him in the Haas, and then behind him we've got Ribs and Spanner in the Red Bull. Basic Beetle is way down there now in 7th, but he's made 2 stops, and I wouldn't just take that position for granted. I would say he will make moves, and we'll just keep an eye on Leon as the race continues. Mischief has got himself down into 18th position tonight, and Mischief is not having the best race this evening. He is struggling for pace, and I really do hope Mischief remembered to put his setup in. That pace tonight is obviously very, very, very poor, and I am dreading the thought that Mischief has possibly forgotten to stick the setup in after the race restart. Black Box is down there in 18th position at the moment in the Haas, but he's had 2 stops, and Mazamak right at the back at the moment in the Haas, also having 2 stops. So that's the positions right now at the moment, and I'm just looking for somebody who is having a right old fight, and it looks like Sheepers was having a good go there as well. So let's have a look what's going on there. Yep, I was right. Let's stay on board. These 5 guys are battling hard, and Sheepers is now in the back of that DRS zone. And look at this. We have all sorts of moves being tried at the minute with the Williams of Mischief. And right behind him, we've got Black Box in the Haas, who's going to torture him. And we'll just jump on with him. Black Box is trying. Lap 17 of 29. We're in Bahrain. This is Revolt Racing League, and it is absolutely frantic out there. Have not been there yet, but down by New Quay and Carbis Bay, Lizard. Loving Carbis Bay too much at the moment. Well, if you're loving it, just stay there, buddy. Just stay there and look at this. Is this going to be a dive bomb up the inside? It looks like it's not a dive bomb at all. It's a calculated move, and it looks like it has worked out not too bad as long as he's left some room in the inside. This can be a dangerous part of the track, and he has made it stick, and he takes that position of Spanner. Really good stuff going on. So Unicorn has had 1 stop, and he's out there by 10 seconds of a lead at the moment on Kelly Kidd. And Kelly Kidd has got his job really, really, really tied up tonight, and he needs to really try and wheel this guy in. Let's have a look at the tyre situations. Okay, Unicorn's on 8-lap-old hards, and Kelly Kidd is on 8-lap-old mediums. Mr. Twist is on the mediums as well, and Little Aaron's on the mediums. So a lot to be thinking about here in Bahrain. I'm not sure Kelly Kidd's medium tyres are going to last, or Mr. Twist's. Whether Unicorn's hard tyres will last to the end of the race, I don't know. But with a 10-second lead, he has got every opportunity to make another pit stop, get a set of fresh tyres on, maybe at about lap sort of 26, 25. He might stick a set of soft tyres on. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Basic Beetle Leon gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he will be absolutely poking with that one. Unicorn is looking brilliant, Ben. He is really going well tonight. He made up about 14 places in 4 laps. There were a few incidents, but I don't think Unicorn was involved in them. I don't really know. But he gained 14 places in 4 laps, and he had a fantastic restart to this race. He's going very, very well, and these fast guys behind him are struggling to catch that 10.6 gap that he's got right now. So it's really, really down to the tactics now. Kelly Kidd's on 8 lap holes. And 1 stop Unicorn, mate. Don't 2 stop. Yep, that's what it looks like to me if he can hold it on, because they're all going to bounce into the pits now, and that's going to extend that lead on the 9 lap old hards of Unicorn. And it'll just be interesting to see where all of these guys come out after their pit stop. So let's just go on with Kelly Kidd and see where he comes out. And out they come. Ben Wally says, look after them tires, Unicorn. Got the time gap. So all those lads have jumped onto the hard tires. Go Bucks decided to put on a medium tire there. But everybody now, I think, have more or less made the stops that they're going to make, apart from Fake Scouser. Oh no, Fake has just pitted, and Sneaky has gone for the 2 laps on the soft tires. Let's just see who holds the fastest lap at the minute, and it is Unicorn at 1:32.206. So it'll be interesting to see if Sneaky can beat that.
Yeah, it's already got it.
So I'm just going to go down them one by one again, because it's always nice to see. Unicorn is in. He did pit, and he put a set of mediums on. Now, that might be a master stroke, or that might be disaster, but it looks like he's going to come out in P1 with his new... Oh, he's not. He's going to come out behind Ken Boy. He might get taken by Gaz. Let's just see. Yeah, he lets Gaz through. And Unicorn done the sensible thing there. He played the patient game. He's got a nice set of softs or mediums on, and he will now be great shape to take that Ferrari out and get himself up the grid again. Interesting strategy, and a very good one. I've been watching Unicorn, Ben. I've been watching Unicorn very, very, very closely, actually. And let's just see where he is now. Mischief, sorry. I've been watching Mischief very closely. And he just seems to have an obvious lack of pace. Now, we had a disaster of a start the first time round, because the glitch of the starting lights hit a lot of people and they had to do a restart. But the second start was okay. And I'm just worrying, either has Mischief got a really poor setup in here, or has he forgotten and he's riding on with a default setup? But his pace just seems to be not where it needs to be. And I know he's so much faster than this. It's obviously slow. I'm not too sure what's going on. Unicorn will be able to tell us, or sorry, Mischief will be able to tell us after the race. Just have a look at how he's not gaining there. It just seems to be that he's just behind the pace. He's got a lot of battery there that he's not using. Not too sure what's going on with Unicorn. Or sorry, I'm getting names mixed up with Mischief. Nice wee scrap going on here. So everybody, I think, has now made the stops that we were... I'll stick it back on the interval and I'll put it on the stops. So I think everybody has more or less made the stops they're going to make. There's a couple of guys look that they're trying the one stop, but I'm not too sure if that's going to be a success for them. But Unicorn is now back in the lead, and he is 21 laps in of this 29 lap race, and the closest person now behind him is Gaz. And Unicorn just seems to be making this look very, very easy tonight. Everybody who needs to pit are now pitting, And we're now on a very equal playing field for the last 8 laps of this race in Bahrain this evening. Kelly Kidd's in 5th, and he's got that Williams of Jackal in front of him. Jackal's doing very, very well. If Jordan's watching, yep, your boyfriend's sitting there in 4th position. Fastest lap for Unicorn at 1:31.814. So whatever he has sprinkled on his dinner this evening is working very, very well, because he seems to have a turbocharged McLaren tonight in this race. No doubt about that. Yeah, I would agree with you there, Ben. He is. Jackal likes to try the one-stop. He has a method behind his madness. He does a lot of practice. He tests it out. And, he is going to be definitely risking a puncture at the end of this, or he will be losing an awful lot of grip and traction. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that to see how he goes. And he's got Matty on his tail now in 10th position. Matty's in the Mercedes, and he's tracking down. Oh no, Jackal has made 2 stops. I got that one wrong as well. So, yep, that Jackal has made the stops, and I'm just going to have another quick look at those tyres. There you have it. No, Jackal got a set of fresh mediums on, so it's going to be very hard for this Mercedes and Matty to catch him. But Matty, I must say, is driving really, really well again tonight. He's penalty free. He is in the DRS zone of Jackal, and Jackal's no slouch. So, yep, Matty is definitely improving, and whatever he's doing behind the scenes, I've got a feeling Shelby might be doing a bit of coaching with him. But whatever's happening, it's working, and Matty is having a very good race here, and he's currently sitting in 10th position, penalty free, and Jackal in front of him has got penalties. So all he needs to do is stay either behind him, overtake him, or do what he's going to do. So, yeah, just as I was talking about Jackal, he boxed. I think he did set out to do a one-stopper, but there's no way you can do it around here. In fact, this F1 25 game is just not friendly towards the one-stop races in most tracks. So look at this. Jackal is now on the tail end of Low Pro, and he's making a move. And I'm just going to bounce on there. Matty has just lost a bit of ground now. Please get on the battles happening. Where are the battles? Sorry about that, Harry. Can't please everybody, buddy. Trying my best. Anyone in particular you would like me to get on, just shout it out. I'll do that. I've got a few distractions going on in the house here at the moment too, so let's see. Kelly Kidd. Thought about it there. Thought about it. That comment from Harry just threw me off there. Please get on, the battle's happening. I thought I was. Anyway. Kelly Kidd's now up into 4th, and he's battling then against GoBox. Jumping on board with him. Nice outside move. He made that work very well, and off he goes. Kelly Kidd's now got himself into a podium position. Little Aaron He's in 6th place and he's tracking down that Aston Martin of Mr. Twist. Lap 25 of 29. Go Bucks and Kelly are absolutely battling it out here in the 2 kicks.
You said. You said.
Little Aaron's trying his best to get on this Aston Martin. I'm going to have a wee look at Snicky. Snicky's having a wee look at the back end of Black Box. Ribs is having a look at the sheepers there in the McLaren. He just makes a quick pass because the McLaren made a little mistake, and Snicky just takes the absolute perfect line and gets in behind and gets going there. Lap 26 of 29. Little Aaron still trying, and he's trying to get that Aston Martin. He wants that 5th place off Mr. Twist. Ribs just gets a 3-second penalty, multiple track warnings. Quite a lot of separation now on the track, not really that many battles going on. Mazamak, I'll jump on with him. He's in 16th at the moment in the Haas, and he's making a move on that. Yeah, he makes it work, and he takes Ribs out and gets himself into 15th position in the Haas. Back on with little Aaron. He's trying hard here. Just doesn't have enough juice to make the move down here. Three-second penalty for Mr. Twist. Nice wee battle going on here. Mazza gets the fastest lap of the race, 1:30.538. Great lap, Mazza, well done. Unicorn has started lap 28 of 29 here in Bahrain. I'm going to stay on board here at the moment to see if Mazza can make the move on Black Box. This is a good wee battle. And does the move, gets into that left-hander. Oh, what a battle going on with the two Haas's. Beautiful. Black box runs very, very wide there. Very, very wide. And we're going to go up here to Gaz. He is trying to get onto the back of Kelly Kidd here on the final lap, coming up very, very shortly. So that Ferrari is really going well. Gaz has had a great race. Top three guys penalty free. Behind that, Mr. Twist and Little Larry on their car and penalties. So are quite a few of the other guys. So the top three guys in position at the moment. The only race going on at the moment is Gaz and Kelly Kidd, and it's a scrap for that very, very precious second place here in Bahrain. So what a runaway we've had tonight with Unicorn, the newcomer to the league, and he has won his first race of the Revolt Racing League, and he did it in style, certainly from what I can see, and got so many places gained in the first few laps, and he really, really has shown a really strong pace this evening here. And I'm just going to bring the leaders home. So on board with Unicorn, he comes in first place. Then we've got Kelly Kidd. Then we've got Gaz in the Ferrari. And round the corner comes Mr. Twist. He looks like he's going to be in P4. P5's Little Aaron. Ken Boys P6 in the Racing Bull. Round the corner comes a Go Box in 7th. Jackal on track is P8 in the Williams. Then the Racing Bull comes round the corner of Low Pro. He goes over the line in 9th. Matty in the Mercedes gets a top 10, which is a great finish for Matty, and also a penalty-free race. Big improvements there. Fake Scouser comes over the line in P11. And Mischief is in the Williams in P12. And Mazza in the Haas in 13th. With Black Box right behind him in P14. Sneaky Loser over the line too in the Mercedes, and he's in P15, and that he gets bumped up to 14 because of the penalties. And then we have Leon coming in over the line now in the Ferrari in 16th position. Sheepers is still out on the track there at the minute, and he's in P17. Ribs didn't finish, and we have Spanner at the very back of this race this evening in the Red Bull. And there you have it. That's the race for this evening. As he be, not too bad. Yep, absolutely great stuff. Thank you to all the viewers watching tonight. Sorry, Harry, that I didn't get onto the battles that you wanted to watch. And I'll try better the next time. So there you have it. Up goes the trophy. Brilliant, brilliant win for Unicorn. And there you have the stats from the race. So, McLaren race winner, Unicorn, Mazamak, fastest lap in the Haas. Driver of the day, McLaren in Unicorn. The Gaz C7, most overtakes, and the cleanest driver was Low Pro. Don't think I'll be popular here either. Oh, you'll be very popular. Nobody minds anybody winning Unicorn. What they don't like is dirty driving, and I don't know whether you were involved in any of that tonight. I didn't see anything. I think you had a super race from what I could see. Definitely, nobody will make you. They certainly will not make you unpopular. That's for sure. They'll, I'm sure, praise you for a great drive, as long as it was clean. So that's my stream finished for the evening. Thanks to everybody for tuning in this evening. Thanks to Jordan for all her messages. And as always, thanks to the admins and the owner of the league for keeping it all together for us. And I'll hopefully see you all next week again. And on that note, I'll just end the stream and say good night. Thank you.